I bet you thought this game was about you. Welcome to your first day at Ogle. I'm sure you'll go far. You can wander freely around the company, and if you're having trouble with one of the bosses, feel free to visit a different level. You can always come back later when you realize what you were doing wrong. Your success will depend on your creativity. You only have a few spells, but they can be combined in a multitude of ways for both offensive and defensive purposes. So experiment, and try out different ways of using them. Relying on the same spell repeatedly would be a costly mistake. Now get out there and siphon some victim bucks.
Welcome to the tutorial. Just a few minutes training and we'll have you on your way. To adjust your camera, hold down the left control key and use the scroll wheel on your mouse. The Q and E keys will rotate the camera left and right. You can also hold down the space bar to free look around. Hovering over buttons and meters will tell you what they are, but the basic gameplay is simple. Enemies are trapped by the same color box as their shirt color. Pick the correct color on the toolbar below and right-click to throw it. If you're aiming at moving enemies, try to throw it in front of them so they run into it. Hovering over buttons and meters will tell you what they are, but the basic gameplay is simple. Enemies are trapped by the same color box as their shirt color. Pick the correct color on the toolbar below and right-click to throw it. If you're aiming at moving enemies, try to throw it in front of them so they run into it. Throwing a box costs victim bucks, but it also drains victim bucks from any enemy you trap. But don't worry, your aiming box will turn orange if you're about to throw a box that costs more than you can afford. Losing all your victim bucks will send you back to the starting courtyard, but any enemies you've drained won't reappear. Now, throw boxes of any color and stop when your aiming box turns orange. Good. You may have noticed the box cost increasing significantly every time you throw one. Try it again now and watch the numbers. Be careful though, each level of the building has a different cost for throwing a box. It gets higher every floor you go up. The boxes can also be thrown on top of one another to form a combo, and when you form a combo, it resets how much the basic boxes cost, so you should be throwing combos frequently. There is a little button on your toolbar that changes color to remind you. Try making a combo of 2 different colors now. You can also combine 2 of the same color, but you have to trap an enemy so that the first box expands before you throw another box on top. Try it on the enemy in front of you. You can also combine 2 of the same color, but you have to trap an enemy so that the first box expands before you throw another box on top. Try it on the enemy in front of you. You can also combine two of the same color, but you have to trap an enemy so that the first box expands before you throw another box on top. Try it on the enemy in front of you. The special combo you made vaporized the enemy and turned their victim bucks into bubble points. You can't spend bubble like you do with victim bucks, but you get more of it, and it acts like a shield when an enemy tries to steal your victim bucks. Get close enough for the enemy in front of you to steal all your bubble points. If enemies get close enough to drain your victim bucks, they'll be connected to you with a green line. Move closer and farther away from the enemy in front of you, and watch how the numbers and thickness of the line change. This enemy has much lower power than a normal first floor enemy, so you can move nearer and farther away to see how the damage changes. Click the next arrow when you're finished. You can also cast a rainbow by holding down the left mouse button until the green meter on your hotbar fills up. If you're moving when the cast completes, it will fail. If you move while the rainbow is active, it will also fail. Try hitting the enemy in front of you with your rainbow. Rainbows don't cost you anything, and they can be used to attract the attention of enemies, but you can also use them to deal damage if you shoot a rainbow through a box that has expanded. The rainbow will turn the same color as the box you shoot it through. For this example, the enemy in the box is immune to the damage, so you can practice shooting through the box at the enemies around him. Once you're done practicing, you're ready to leave the tutorial area. You can also check out the help menu for some useful tips and tricks. Good luck!